Okay, hello again. We are ready now for some more factoring. We just finished up the difference of two squares. Now we have to factor 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. This is not the difference of two squares. This is a trinomial where the leading coefficient, or the first number, is 2. So we're going to factor this, and it factors into two binomials. But a lot of teachers teach it as, guess and check. Well, I don't like to do that, but there's a system we can do. What I want to do is take the first number and the last number, 2 and 20 and 12, and multiply those to get 24. I want to come up with two numbers. Those two numbers that I come up with in a minute have to multiply to make 24, and they must add up to make this middle number 11. So you take the outside two numbers, put them together, 2 and 12, 24, multiply those, then take the middle number by itself. They must multiply to make 24, and they have to add to make 11. So can you think of two numbers that satisfy that? I think those two numbers would be 3 and 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 plus 8 is 11. So what I do is I separate this 11 and I write it as 3x plus 8x. I simply bring down my 2x squared and bring down my plus 12. And then that gives me, instead of a trinomial, I have a polynomial, just 4 terms. So I've gone from 3 terms to 4 terms. So I factor by grouping. What do I mean by that? Take the first pair. What can I divide into 2x squared and 3x? I think I can just take and factor out an x. When I do that, x out front. When I take out that x, I have 2x plus 3 left over. Then look at the next pair, or the third and fourth terms. What can I take out of those two? 8x and 12. X is not common, but I think I can take out a 4. So I have a plus 4, and I would have, when I divide those, 2x plus 3. Notice your parentheses are the same. 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. Well, if I take out that 2x plus 3, write that first, I would have this x and this plus 4 left over. And that is my answer. 2x plus 3, x plus 4. I just factored that trinomial. Let's try another one, this time with a negative thrown in. Your second one. 5x squared plus 7x minus 6. Take your 5 and your minus 6. Watch that negative. That's a negative 30 when you multiply. So I need to come up with two other numbers that multiply to make negative 30. And they have to add up to equal the middle number of 7. So what two numbers multiply to make negative 30, add to make 7? I believe that would be a 10 and the negative 3. They multiply to make negative 30. They add to make 7. So I'm going to separate these two here into 10x minus 3x. I would bring down my 5x squared. And I would bring down my minus 6. And now let's factor by grouping. Take the first two. I can divide out what? 5x. So 5x comes out, and what's left over? X plus 2. What can I divide out of the next pair, or the third and fourth term? looks like I can take out a -3. -3 out front. What's left over? X, watch your sign, plus 2. Notice again, x plus 2, that's got to happen every time. So I have a common factor now of x plus 2. If I take those out, I'm left with the 5x and the -3. And now I'm done. There's my answer. I've just factored a trinomial where the leading coefficient is greater than 1. That's what I've done. Hey, thanks for watching.